Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to talk to you guys today about the transit of Venus through the sign of Virgo. Loud ass truck, ugly sounding truck. Let's try this again. Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm here to talk to you about the transit of Venus going through the sign of Virgo. Venus will be traveling through the sign of Virgo from about the 5th or 6th of August until the 30th of August. So what does this mean for us as a collective? Well, first of all, what does Venus represent? Venus represents our interests as far as how we enjoy life, how we express ourselves when we're in love. Venus rules the arts and beauty and romance and all of those nice things. It rules food and the five senses, massages, things that smell good. Anything that has to do with enjoying the experience of being an earthly being here on planet Earth, Venus rules those things. So what does the energy of Virgo represent? Well, Virgo is a very, very practical sign. It's not really the most romantic, lovey-dovey, smoozy-woozy sign there is. It's very, very down to earth. It's very detail-oriented. So what happens when the two energies join together of Venus and Virgo? First of all, you have to pardon my voice. I sound a little manly because I am coming down from a cold. But anyway, Venus and Virgo, the way that we'll be expressing ourselves in love and relationships is going to be more focused on doing the little things that make someone happy. The details, because Venus and Virgo is all about the details. Paying attention to what somebody likes and dislikes and how they take care of themselves, and maybe buying little practical gifts for them that are like, I don't know, a self-grooming kit. Like, here you go, babe. I noticed that you need to cut those toenails, so I bought you some toenail clippers, but hey, they're cute though. They're pink with zebra stripes. So here you go, babe. I noticed that you needed these. That's kind of a little example of a Venus and Virgo gift. Or it can be doing something practical for another person. Like you notice that they need help with maybe like cleaning their house, or maybe their car needs to be washed. And instead of like saying, yeah, your car's dirty, you need to wash it. No, you might just take the keys one day when your significant other is asleep or busy, go wash their car for you and bring it back. Here you go, babe, all nice and clean. Because Virgo is an energy that really appreciates cleanliness, okay? It can be kind of OCD when it comes to things being clean and in order. So Venus energy softens the Virgo energy and makes it express itself more in that manner. So this can be some things that we could be doing when it comes to love and relationships right now. If you are single and dating, or single and looking for someone, Venus in the sign of Virgo, that energy can make us a little bit more picky, a little bit more particular when it comes to finding partners. You can be noticing little things about them and what I call the shallow Hal syndrome. If you've ever seen the movie Shallow Hal with Jack Black, it's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. But pretty much Shallow Hal, he is a guy that he's not really the most attractive man on the planet, and he has opportunities to meet women that are gorgeous, but he'll notice a little detail about them in their appearance, and he'll be like, nope, I don't like her. Like there's a scene where a supermodel was riding a bike, hair blowing in the wind, looking at him, flirting with him with her eyes, and then he zoomed in on her feet and saw she had one toe bigger than the other or something like that. And then he said, nope, she's got to go. She's out of here. What? Because of that one toe? So that's why I call, Venus and Virgo, the Virgo energy when it comes to love, the shallow Hal syndrome. So try not to have too much of that. That's the negative way to use this energy. But the positive way is noticing the little things about someone to show that you care, to tell them, hey, I noticed this about you and I noticed that about you, in a positive way. The negative version of Virgo energy is nitpicking at the little flaws that someone has. So don't let that energy play out in that way for you. But yes, do those little things, the practical things that make someone happy. Vacuum their house for them, be like, look, babe, look what I did for you. As far as enjoyment, with Virgo being so practical, to be honest, it's really kind of hard for me, even as an astrologer, to find what does Venus and Virgo enjoy? Like, how will we enjoy ourselves with this energy? Virgo likes books, reading books. That's one of the energies that is associated with this, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules communication and absorbing information, taking in data and processing it. So maybe a little bit more nerdy stuff like reading books, staying home to just read a good book, and reading dictionaries. I know that sounds so boring. So yeah, we may be a little bit more picky and nitpicky, but also we may appreciate cleanliness a lot more. Like maybe as far as like beauty and health and things like that, Virgo rules health. It's one of the energies that rules health. So maybe doing something with your appearance and your routine to really feel good inside and out. Maybe trying one of those like juicing diets. I mean, if your health permits and everything. Juicing diets, maybe with your partner, if you are partnered up with someone. Get together with them and do something like that. Juicing, or hey babe, let's go to the gym together. Let's work on ourselves, because Virgo energy it sees all those little details, it sees flaws very easily, especially with itself, you know. So it's a good thing to get together with a partner instead of pointing at them and say, hey, you're getting fat, baby. Your clothes are fitting a little too tight, or you know what, you're getting too skinny, and you know, pointing those things out to that person. No, get together with them during this time and say, let's work on ourselves together, without necessarily like pointing out and mentioning the details. Something great to do. Another thing about dating during this time is this energy may make you recognize a little bit more, like if someone that you're interested in, say for example their car is dirty, like their house is trashed, you know, their hygiene is bad, oh my gosh, you're going to really notice that with much more detail, and it's going to be like exaggerated in your mind. It's like Virgo energy is like looking under a microscope. Like everything is looked at under a microscope, and it's like blown up out of proportion. Little things that people normally see as like, oh, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, or I barely noticed that. No, Virgo energy is like bam, it's like bing, right here in front of your face, all huge, dun dun dun, like it's like a big deal to them. So you may recognize flaws in your partner, but yeah, like I said, try not to like be so nitpicky with those things though. Another thing about Venus and Virgo energy is enjoying great conversation that's like intelligent conversation that has a lot of logic in it, has a lot of facts. And like I said, it's not the most romantic energy. It's not fun like Venus and Leo and showy and big and like, ooh, give me all this affection and love and gifts. No, Venus and Virgo energy is very, very down to earth. It's very, like I keep repeating myself, practical. Another thing that Virgo energy, at least with what I find with my studies and my research, really enjoys is comedy. Comedy and laughing at the little things in life that we would normally blow out of proportion and maybe make a big deal about. But comedians can see those things and like make fun of them and maybe make fun of themselves. That's a total Virgo thing. And be able to express that out to make other people laugh. So going to see comedy shows, a lot of great comedians have some sort of Virgo energy, as far as the ones that I've studied, to be able to make fun of life in that way, to really make people laugh. Go enjoy a great comedy show with your significant other or a date during this time. As far as like fashion and beauty and things with Venus being in Virgo, the reason why I'm wearing this shirt today is like an olive green. It's like an earthy, you know, just an earthy toned color. And those are the colors that I think of when I think of the energy of Virgo. I think of earthy tones. This color, maybe like some brown, like a stone color, you know, just very earthy colors, because it's not a very flashy sign. It's not flamboyant. It's not like in your face. So just very smooth, you know, earthy, and also keeping covered. Virgo energy is very modest. When it's isolated, just Virgo itself. I know you'd be like, I know some Virgo hood rats with some coochie cutters on. Okay, I'm not talking about them, all right? I'm just talking about Virgo energy in general. Very modest, very down to earth, very covered, because Virgo is represented by one of the symbolisms of the energy of Virgo is the virgin, is the innocent virgin, like around like prepubescent, like 11, 12 years oldish. So staying covered up. People may be more attractive being more covered up at this time, even though this is the summertime in a lot of areas of the world, and the weather makes you want to dress a little less. Being modest, a little more modest with your clothing, or yeah, just if you don't want to be modest, those earthy tone colors really, really stand out and are attractive during this time. So a very significant aspect that Venus will make during this transit through the sign of Virgo in August 2016 is coming in conjunction with Jupiter. This happens on the 28th of August, where Venus and Jupiter come together in the same, you know, the same degree, which is about 28 degrees Virgo for those nerds that want to know. And they are enhancing each other's energy. So Jupiter expands what it touches, right? Jupiter will be expanding the energy of Venus and spreading more Venus energy out here into the world, which is more enjoyment. But since it's in the energy of Virgo, it's more practical. So maybe enjoying more healthier foods, maybe enjoying more practical things. But this is going to be in opposition to Chiron. Chiron is an asteroid or a planetoid. that is nicknamed the Wounded Healer. There is an ancient story about Chiron that you can read up on that matches up with what the the astrological meaning is for it, which is the Wounded Healer. So Venus and Jupiter together and opposing Chiron is a great time to heal, maybe from some past hurts and relationships, an opportunity to heal from that, an opportunity to learn from relationships, whether past or present, because Jupiter is an energy of learning. Great lessons, not just a little lesson, no, like really big lessons. So it's not saying, oh my gosh, you're gonna have to learn a really harsh love lesson. I mean, that could happen, I'm not gonna lie. But it's a great opportunity to heal, though, to heal and to learn and to maybe look back on something, because Mercury will be going retrograde during that time too, in the same sign. So maybe a good time to look back on some experiences with relationships and heal from them and look at them from a different perspective, a higher perspective, because that's what Jupiter represents as well. This is on the 28th of August that this transit of Venus has those oppositions and conjunctions going on. Another significant aspect that Venus is going to make this month while in Virgo is an opposition to Neptune. That means that Venus is going to be in Virgo at 11 degrees Virgo, and then Neptune is going to be in 11 degrees Pisces. And so they're going to be speaking to each other, like sending energy back and forth, kind of conversing with one another. Virgo energy and Pisces energy are totally opposite to one another. Virgo is super like down to earth and practical and logical. Neptune is dreamy and spacey and like just doesn't really see boundaries with things, where Virgo is like very exact. So when the two energies are opposing one another and sending energy in the with the energy of Venus involved, when it comes to relationships, we may be a little less practical around this time. Our practicality may be dissolved a little bit when it comes to Venus-ruled matters, like relationships. So if you are dating and you are open to love, and Venus and Neptune opposition comes around on the 15th, I would be careful around that time if you meet someone, just because, well, Mercury will be going into shadow period at that time too, okay? And that's a whole other video, whole other story, but Mercury is going to be not at its strongest as far as decision making. And then you got Venus, which is looking at Neptune in this like this dreamy energy, and it's kind of not very clear when it comes to seeing the details, which Virgo energy usually does. But Neptune dissolves and blurs out all the details. So be very careful when meeting someone. You can meet someone someday and spend this wonderful day with them around that date and be like, oh my gosh, they are the person of my dreams. Then a few days later, you could be like, wait, hold up a second. You are totally different from the person that I spent time with that one night. Like, who are you? So you know the song Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke? Yeah, well, Robin Thicke is a Neptune-ruled Pisces, okay? And blurred lines can come into play when it comes to Venus and Neptune opposition. Maybe there can be some boundaries that normally are set, between you and another person for good reason, but Venus and Neptune opposition can kind of challenge those boundaries. For example, if there's somebody that you're interested in, and maybe they're already in an established relationship, or you are, and then when Venus and Neptune comes around, it's like those boundaries can be a little bit shaky, and you might step over the line a little bit, or that person might try to. So just be careful of that with that transit. But if you are in a relationship, or you are pretty grounded, this is a time with Venus in opposition to Neptune where you may enjoy an actual like dreamy romantic experience with someone in a responsible way, but that's really up to you if that happens. This can be a time where if you are involved in like Venusian like arts or Venusian career, you could be receiving this Neptunian energy that can kind of help you to escape reality a little bit, escape the practical and mundane, and come up with some really fantastic like super ideas that are so creative and out of this world. So that's something that can be a great thing with this transit. And this transit will especially affect you if you are someone who is born under the sign of Virgo. If you are a Venus-ruled sign, like a Taurus or a Libra in your chart, like either a sun, moon, or rising in those signs, Venus in opposition to Neptune. Venus is your ruling planet, so Neptune can kind of make you a little bit less practical, a little less in touch with reality during that time. And on a negative side, it can kind of dissolve your vitality a little bit. So maybe you may be feeling a little more drained of energy, or maybe more spacey and like harder to pay attention. But it can be, if you are living a lifestyle to where being spacey and dreamy is permitted and is celebrated, then this energy is definitely one for you to take advantage of in a positive and fun way to escape reality, to be creative, and just totally be yourself. All right, well, that was it for Venus and Virgo. This is kind of short because, like I said, Virgo is not super romantic and out there enjoying itself. It's a little more reserved. So take the time to do practical things for your lover. Take the time to see those details, but not the negative details, the more positive ones, and express them to people. That I noticed that you did your hair. I noticed that you put effort into your makeup. I noticed these great little things about your personality. Read some great books together, get on a health routine together, and just work to better yourselves to feel really good, because Virgo energy is about bettering yourself, and Venus is all about that too. All about enjoying life to the maximum. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy this transit, and I will see you guys next month when Venus goes into Libra. Don't forget to subscribe. If you would like to see monthly videos from me, I also do horoscopes. I also offer readings, which there is information down below in the description box to where you can do so. And take care of yourselves. I will see you guys next month. Peace.